Europe is lost, America lost, London lost. Still we are clamouring victory. All that is meaningless rules. We have learnt nothing from history. The people are dead in their lifetimes, dazed in the shine of the streets. But look how the traffic's still moving. Systems too slick to stop working. Business is good and there's bands every night in the pubs, and there's 2-for-1 drinks in the clubs, and we scrubbed up well.
Kae Tempest is an English poet, spoken word performer, recording artist, novelist, and playwright. In 2020, they came out as non-binary and started using the pronouns they and them, and they changed their name to Kae Tempest, dropping the T out of Kate. They started performing age 16 in 2001 and have released 7 poetry collections, written 4 plays, 1 novel, 1 non-fiction book, and have released 5 studio albums. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was the 3rd album by this artist. At that point, she was and she was going by the name Kae Tempest. And I'm going to try and get the pronouns right. But apologies if I trip up here. And this is hip hop with rap, and it makes me angry. And not because it's bad, because it's good, and because it's opened my eyes to the wasted potential of so much hip hop and rap. Um, if if I'd known that hip hop and rap could be this good, I would, yeah, yeah, I would have. Oh, I don't know what I would have done. But yeah, it is good. So musically, let's pull it, get some description. Musically, it's fairly basic. Sometimes there's beats, but not always. Mostly music is synth. There's some guitars going on here. It's there to do a job, which is to provide a backing. It does that job perfectly well. It's not irritating, but it's not particularly spectacular in any way. And the vocals move between spoken word, which sounds like kind of poetry recital stuff, the rap bass, so that's kind of sped up and more rhythmic, to occasional singing or half singing. But it's not with, I wouldn't call it a typical flow. It feels more natural, even when it would be described as rap than a normal rap kind of flow. My thinking. Um, it's delivered with a strong London accent, so it sounds very down to earth. I don't know how hard it is for non-Brits to parse this. Obviously, I'm a Brit and I understood pretty much all of it. It is accented, and there are some colloquial words in here as well. The delivery is nicely paced and it's well done. But the thing that's great in the delivery is the feel and the emotion. It's done. You kind of got the feeling that there are can be a good actor because it's done without being over the top, but convincing. And it's got nuance to it. It's nicely done. Uh, but even beyond that, what's excellent is here is the content, and they're definitely a poet, and I know from having read up of a Tempest's background that they're a poet and a spoken word artist as well as a rapper. Um, so that kind of fits. So this is a concept album, and it's painting the pictures of 7 people who were awake in a street in the middle of the night in London. And it sketches out their lives and their troubles. And it's diverse, it's well observed, it's just really well written. It's clever, it's witty, it's economic, it's evocative, and it really paints these pictures of these people's lives in such a way that you can believe in them and even feel for them. And then it brings them together at the end. I'm not going to go into details of how and why and how it draws it to a conclusion, because that's part of the charm of the album. In some ways, it's more like an arty film than a rap album, I would say. I found it hugely engaging. I loved it to bits. I was surprised and I was delighted through the whole thing. I was even feeling slightly on the first listen through a couple of times. I felt quite affected. So That was good. So from now on, this is going to be my yardstick for rap. But it's going to be a problem because other rap is going to have to be really good to be able to stand up against this in comparison because this is just it is so good. And why isn't there more that's like this? Anyway, that's my opinion. I've obviously been really taken with this album. I'd love to know what your opinion is. If you've not counted this album before, obviously from my high score, I would encourage you to have a listen and to enjoy this album. I found it very enjoyable. That's it from me for now.
Well, who's this? Staggering home, jabbering, looking like some street smart, arrogant gnome. Feet sticking to the curb like javelins thrown, gesturing wildly, having full-blown conversations with himself, saying, "Haven't you grown?" to his face in the windows, grimacing, grappling with half a cigarette, not managing. This is Pete. Pete grew up on this street. He moved away, but he's back living at his dad's so he can save. He rigged stage...